Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. Well, overnight it was a very whipsaw price action for the Australian dollar. First of all, the market rejected the level around 78.35.45 and plummeted to a low of 77.51, which was the next downside target expected from the rejection. Now, from the retracement, we can see that the Aussie is now trading the 78 mark, and with the resistance around 78.35.45, I do anticipate another rejection followed by a down challenge. We can see that from beneath 77.55, the next support level is around 76.96 to around 77 cents, being a 60-day moving average as well. From the technical point, keep an eye on these indicators. I do feel the market will struggle like previously, and therefore the rejection bringing in, first of all, to 77.5 to 77 cents. The euro, which measures to the US at 78.5, is the fact is 76.5 is the fact that the market is now struggling to regain any momentum, with the US Fed power reassuring that they have the tools to fight inflation, and also with the recent concerns about the spike in the 10-year yields, is that the dollar index, which measures the greenback strength against a basket of 6 major currencies, rebounded somewhat, then putting pressure back on the euro. From a technical point, we can see that we are still negative, and I still anticipate a move down towards 119.75, or even lower to where we saw earlier this week, which is roughly heading to about 119.30. Dollar yen still holding to the bear case in terms of the bearish divergence, but the market is not quite kicking in to support this case due to the somewhat strength of the ADX. I feel the market above 107 will struggle and therefore could see a rejection very, very soon. We're still waiting for the confirmation of its gravestone as well, which is seen around 106.45. Sterling travelling a sideways pattern, or more to the point, consolidating. But nevertheless, the technicals are still negative, and I still anticipate a move down towards 138.30 and reassess from there. Sterling yen, we can see this bearish divergence as the market is attempting to move higher. With a MACD heading somewhat negative, I feel the market's going to snap down towards the bottom side of the range, which is where this trend line comes in, roughly around 146.20. Overall, though, we do need sterling leg to break down, so keep an eye on that as well. Gold slipped further overnight and now heading closer to the target, seen around 1,680.95. But do note this, there is bullish divergence as the market is trying to sell off here, so therefore could see a snap or kicking around that 1,680 and see a rise back up towards the top side of the range, somewhere around 1,765. Nevertheless, the trend is still bearish though, so let's see which can give first to support the bullish case. Wrapping up with oil, the market is now focusing back on that top side of the range, around $65 a barrel, but I feel the market will struggle due to the lack of momentum in the technicals. It still looks towards this bottom side of the range. Once we see this little bit of bullish bias slowly diminish as it heads towards that 62 to 65 area. Well, that wraps it for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and as always, look out for the intraday report. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.